My name is Emma. I want to tell you my story. It's a story about love, mistakes, and finding my way. I was a pretty shy kid. I didn't talk much in class. I didn't have a ton of friends, and I was kind of a homebody. My parents were pretty strict. They weren't mean, but they had high expectations. They wanted me to focus on school. I liked staying in and reading, but I also felt like I was missing out. I always wondered what it was like to play at the park with the other kids. I didn't go to preschool, so when I started elementary school, it was a little nerve-wracking. I remember thinking, how am I going to make any friends? But I did. I was still quiet, but I learned to be comfortable just listening and observing. I really wanted to join the art club because I loved to draw, but my parents thought it would take time away from my studies. School comes first, Emma, they'd say. After high school, I went to the local community college. That's where I met a guy named Ryan. He was really cute and had a great sense of humor. He always made me laugh. He'd say things like, "You have the prettiest eyes, Emma," and it made me feel so good about myself. We could talk for hours about anything. He told me, "You're one of my best friends, you know that?" I was planning on getting my degree and finding a good job, but Ryan didn't really see the point. He'd say, "Why do you need a degree? We can get married and start a life together." I was only 18. I was so in love, and I thought Ryan would always take care of me. He asked me to marry him, saying, "Let's start a family. It'll be amazing." So, I dropped out of college. I put my dreams on hold because I thought love was the most important thing. At first, things were great. We were really happy. We had a daughter, Lily. She was such a sweet baby. But slowly, things started to change. Ryan started telling me what I could and couldn't wear. He'd say, "That outfit doesn't look good on you," or "Why do you need to wear so much makeup?" I started seeing my friends less and less. Ryan would say, "You don't need them. Just stay home with Lily." Ryan started coming home later and later. He'd say, "I was just hanging out with the guys." I felt so lonely. I wanted to talk to him, but he wouldn't listen. One night, he got really angry about something small and started yelling. He said, "You're not a very good wife, you know that?" I cried. One day, Ryan pushed me during an argument. I was shocked. I cried myself to sleep. I wanted to leave, but I was scared. I went to my parents for help. I said, "I don't know what to do." But they told me, "You made your bed, now lie in it. You need to work things out with your husband." I went back to Ryan, hoping things would get better. I got pregnant again. This time, we had a son, Jake. He was the spitting image of me. I loved him instantly. Ryan didn't even come to the hospital. When I got home, he just shrugged and said, "What took you so long?" It really hurt. Ryan was spending a lot of time with another woman. He didn't even try to hide it. He'd say, "She understands me better than you do." I felt so small and worthless. I wanted to leave, but I didn't know how. I didn't have any money, and I had 2 kids to take care of. One day, Ryan joined the National Guard. He was gone for weeks at a time. He just said, "You can handle it." I cried all the time. During that time, my grandfather passed away. It was rough. My grandma eventually sold the house and moved closer to her sister. I felt completely alone. Ryan called me from his training base. He said, "I think I want a divorce." I was heartbroken. I asked him why. He said, "I'm just not happy, Emma." 3 months later, Ryan called again. He said, "I made a mistake. Can we try again?" I still loved him. Kind, dans, iwad, kind. I said, "Okay." We tried counseling, but Ryan didn't really change. He still said hurtful things. Now, we've been married for 16 years. Ryan tries to be better, but he still says things that cut me to the core. I often wonder about my life. Why did I give him so many chances? Why did I stay? I'm 33 years old now. I'm not the same person I used to be. I'm stronger, but I'm also exhausted. Sometimes I feel invisible. I want to believe in a better future. I want to find happiness for myself and my kids. Every morning, I wake up early. I look at my kids. They're my reason for everything. Lily is 8 years old now. She loves to draw and sing. Jake is 4. He loves cars and has the best laugh. I tell myself, be strong for them. I make breakfast and pack Lily's lunch. Jake stays home with me. But some days are just really hard. I feel drained. I feel sad. I ask myself, how did my life turn out this way? One day, my neighbor Sarah knocked on my door. She smiled and said, "Hi, Emma, I was wondering if you'd like to come over for coffee." I almost said no. I was worried what Ryan would say, but I went. I really needed someone to talk to. Sarah told me, "You're not alone, Emma. I'm here for you." Her words made me cry. I didn't feel so alone anymore. Sarah had a great idea. She said, "Why don't you try starting a small business from home?" I thought about it. Ryan didn't want me working outside the house, but maybe I could do something small. I started making jewelry and selling it online. At first, it was tough. I didn't know if I could do it, but I kept trying. My jewelry was getting good. People started ordering more. For the first time in years, I felt proud of myself. I thought, I can actually do this. One day, Ryan came home in a bad mood. He grumbled, "What's all this jewelry making stuff? You don't need to work." I looked him in the eye and said, "I need to do this for myself and for the kids. And I'm not going to stop," said Wayne Kermau. Ryan was surprised. He didn't say anything. I was still nervous, but I also felt a surge of strength. Life didn't magically get better overnight. Ryan still has his moments, but I started setting boundaries. I told him, "I won't let you put me down anymore. If you ever lay a hand on me again, I'm leaving." He didn't believe me at first, but I stood my ground. I knew I had to protect myself and my kids. I also started making new friends. Sarah introduced me to some people in her book club. They were all so kind and supportive. I started doing things I used to enjoy, like going for walks in the park and listening to music. I felt like myself again after so long. Lily said, Mom, you seem so much happier now. Her words made me smile. Now, I'm thinking about what I want. I want a safe and happy life for my children. I want to feel free and independent. I don't know if Ryan will ever truly change, but I know I have changed. I'm not that scared, insecure girl anymore. I tell myself, one day you'll find real peace. I don't know when, but I believe it will happen. If you're reading my story, I want you to know something. You are stronger than you think. You can get through tough times. Don't ever give up on yourself. I hope my story can give someone out there a little bit of hope. If you enjoyed my story, please click like, subscribe, and share.